First off, before we get started, I want to show it. Happy Halloween. Or sometime before Halloween. This is the only Halloween memorabilia merch I got. Wouldn't have it any other way. That's cool. But wait a second. It's hockey season. I thought this was going to be a hockey season video. Well, yeah, it is hockey season, but yeah, I might as well do one of these things, because they're fun to do, plus it gives you something good to eat. Today on episode 3 of this series of How the Heck Newbie Tries to Cook Genshin Impact Foods, today's list is this monstrosity, minus the flame, because, well, local ordinance won't allow that right now, because it's drier than balls outside right now, and we haven't had rain in quite possibly a month. But yeah, today we're going to be making the one that caught out to me the most, Rockin Riffin Chicken. The signature dish of Xinyan over here, which looks pretty interesting. In the game, all you need is a chicken leg, a genuine chili, and pepper. Well, I can tell you that. For the list right here, we need a heck of a lot more than that. Pretty complicated for a 2-star dish, and for it to be a 1-star rating only. Also, get ready for a lot of resting time. Oh boy. Now, for the beef frank, knowing the character and knowing what the food looks like, I'm expecting this to be really, really spicy. So, feel free to add or subtract any ingredients that you want. But here's all the ingredients that you need for Rockin Riffin Chicken. You'll need kitchen.
Favorite place is the chicken. The kitchen.
And chicken. Gah. God dang, I got that wrong too. Red and green peppers. Some slightly less sad-looking green onions. Rice vinegar or rice wine, if you got it. No wine in this house, so we'll have to go with rice vinegar. Dark soy sauce. Sake for the flame effect, but we'll just settle for white cooking wine and let that fly. Cornstarch. Peanuts! Yeah, so the recipe calls for a crap ton of grapeseed oil, like 3.5 cups worth of it. But this stuff is really freaking expensive, and this is only 1 pint. So unfortunately, we're going to chicken out and use canola oil instead, because it's cheaper that way. And yeah, I'm not going to blow a budget on 30 bucks worth of grapeseed oil. It's just not going to happen. Chili paste, or fried chili in oil. Oyster flavored sauce. Salt, of course. Ginger, good. It calls for Szechuan chilies, but I couldn't find a full Szechuan chilies, so let's get the canned version instead. Certainly should do the same. And it calls for peppercorns, dried peppercorns, but we're just going to sell these dried jalapeno peppers, because if I'm not mistaken, peppercorns is what basically paralyzes your mouth. And yeah, I don't want that happening to it when I'm eating. Yeah, I want to enjoy my food, not get completely my tongue paralyzed for the next 2 days straight. Whew. Hopefully it's not as spicy as I'm predicting it to be. Okay, first things first, and a general warning and disclaimer. 1, make sure you wash your hands, and 2, if your budget allows it, put some gloves on, because you're dealing with raw chicken. And there's nothing worse than some salmonella. You don't want that. So, first on the block, you gotta make your sauce, your chicken, and make it a marination sauce. So, we'll get our chicken out. Preferably chicken breasts, or anything of that type. Breasts, fillets, thighs, whatever fits your fancy in that. And then you'll take about a pound of it. Just about a pound. Remove it. Discard of any undesirables. Put in trash. And then you want to cut it into slices. You want to somewhat decently large pieces, not this big, but just enough to make it bite-sized. Any chicken strips will be completely fine. It means you're cooking, you can cook it however which way you want it. But in this one, probably just want to do like little bite-sized chunks. And these little tenderloin little things, chicken tender breasts, they're pretty good because it makes it a heck of a lot easier, a lot less prep to do. You could probably just cut it up. I'd say probably like, oops, it's still frozen. Cut up a little like that. That should suffice right there. There you go. About like that. Chicken's just about cut up. Now after chicken all cut up, next is the annoying part of having to get your 1/3 inch of ginger and having to slice the skin off of it and chop it up. But thankfully for a rare local dub from the local Wal-Suck, we got ourselves a garlic presser, which can kind of double as a ginger presser. So you want nice, fine, small, minced little bits of ginger into it. These things are way to go. $6, maybe somewhat well spent. There we go. Ginger all shucked up. Now let's see if this Wal-Suck ginger or garlic presser actually does its job. Experience that firsthand. Let's give it a good old press. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Dadgummit. Well, we were only half successful. It squeezed out the juice of the ginger, but golly, we still got a lot of crap to do it. So that's $5 down the pooper for a overpriced piece of metal. Oh, lovely. Once your ginger is annihilated, you'll add your 1/3 cup of soy sauce. Add that to your mixed chicken mixture. After adding the soy sauce, you'll add your 2 3/4 cups of rice vinegar, or rice wine is what it says. If that's going to work, who knows? God help us all. Alrighty, after adding the rice wine out of it, we'll grab 1 tablespoon or teaspoon of this chili paste. Crap, as it went flying all over the place. That's great. And you want to make it extra nice and spicy for good measure. Let's add 1 teaspoon of that fried pepper and oil. Because why not? Like me some spice. Let's get into that. Lastly, you'll be adding some salt to your pile. Now once again, it does not specify how much salt to put in there. So we're just going to put whatever fits your desire. Probably a couple of shakes like that. Probably like that. That's fine. And last but certainly not least, you want to take some cornstarch, potato starch, whatever the heck you got, and add your 3/4 cup of that. Now for mix, made a little bit more than whatever the recipe says in forms of chicken, so I'll probably put a little bit more than 3/4 of a cup. There's your 1, 2, and 3, and a little heaping scoop to add onto it, like that. Just like so. Now here's where you get nice and dirty. You have to have gloves on for this. Now, this little heap. You want to just get in there, and you want to mix this thing around. Make sure you get all that chicken mixed up with all that cornstarch in there to get its seasoning, not seasoning, coating, whatever the heck you may be. So that your chicken kind of looks a little something like that, if you can see over my glove. About like that. Looks about right. It's starting to look a little spicy. Oh, that's gonna be scary trying to eat this thing when it's done. Well, shoot, I done messed it up already. I didn't read the instructions. This one's on me this time, not on the recipe. I added the, prematurely added the cornstarch too early. So now, now it's gotta sit and marinate for 1.5 hours to 2.5 hours. Like this. A little thicker than intended. Dadgummit. Alright, now this recipe's gone too far off the rails. You might want to put some plastic wrap on it, and then put it in your refrigerator, and sit it in there for the 2.5 hours. Or 1.5 hours, whatever's good enough for you. Alright, here's where time management comes into play. Once you're done with the raw chicken, you're good at degloving, but make sure to wash your hands again. Now I'm going to go ahead to your second portion, get your veggie portions ready for it. So what you want to do is you want to cut these peppers, your green and red peppers, and you will cut them up in equal pieces. Make sure you're not getting any seeds along with it. There you go. Nice and seedless. Probably just for room's sakes, I would say put this into a bowl, because you'll add more stuff to it, with not just your peppers and stuff. Your green onions, or scallions, whatever the heck they're called, will go to that pile too. Now the recipe for the green onion is just for 2 little things of green onion, but we got the whole thing here. We're just going to go to waste anyway. We're just going to cut it up and put it to the pile. Well, crap, I guess I forgot to press the record button for the red and green peppers version of it. This is what you want your green red peppers to be cut up. Nice little even pieces. Well, not necessarily full even. And make sure you de-seed those suckers. Well, that's roughly what we want that to look like. You'll put that in the fridge as well. Well, as you look at that, it's about 5 o'clock. Close to 2 hours passed. I'm getting impatient. I'm getting hungry. Let's pull this thing out of the refrigerator. Now, once again, we're not doing too hot with the mistake I made of putting the flippin' cornstarch in it. So we're going to go ahead and speed this thing up. Let's go ahead and put on medium heat on your large burner. You need your 3¾ cups of grapeseed oil, or in this case canola oil, because, well, not spending 20 bucks in grapeseed oil down the pooper for just a deep fry from chicken. So we'll go ahead and do that to the pan right now. You know what? This thing's probably got enough cornstarch to last a lifetime, but just to be safe, we're going to create a little bed of cornstarch, just so we can get that nice brown coating, or coating to pan fry our chicken for it. Anyway, we'll just take the tongs, put the cornstarch, and go cornstarch straight to there, and then when it's done cooking, you'll cook for about, roughly 4 minutes, and when it's done cooking, we'll put it from here onto your parchment paper so it can dry. And then, you should be good to add your veggies and stuff for the second and final phase of it all. Now, while your chicken just sits here, you just finally leave it on parchment paper. It should be okay while you're doing the other portion. Make sure you have a deeper frying pan or something like that, just so it can get to cook very, very good. And if your budget allows it, grab yourself a big, massive frickin' wok. I've never seen one of these in person, but golly, this thing was frickin' deep and wide. Well, wish me luck. Here comes the scary part. Well, that's actually kind of mildly disappointing. Yeah, probably the last thing I wanted to do was to screw up that part, the chicken part. Oh well, kind of had to improvise. We had to use our catching tongs to put on our parchment paper later on to sit and dry. But well, it's about as good as it's going to get. Let's set our timer for maximum of 4 minutes, because it's a lot of chicken there. It's about a pound of chicken. A little bit more than the recipe calls for. Let's sit there and do its boiling thing. Oh, hush, 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 hush. Okay, so now with that, this is a little top tip. I'd rather be a little bit overcooked than undercooked, because salmonella can ruin anyone's day. Turn that heat off, let it heat off, and slowly, one by one, take your piece of chicken, clear the wok, and put it on your parchment paper. One by one. Like so. And then, you'll have your thing warmed up and ready to go for your next portion. For your veggie stuff. That you'll need your wok for. There we go, all our chicken transported. You know what, to be fair, it's kind of look like, if you're watching and a viewer knows it from the States, it's kind of looking like Chick-fil-A chicken almost. Got a catering platter of Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets here. Very nice. Okay, here's where things can get a wee bit hairy. So after that, the first thing it calls for is that it calls for peppercorn peppers. In this case, are whatever this is, dried jalapeno peppers. It says to add a couple of those into it, let it cook for a few seconds, and you want to ground those things up. I don't know what the heck we'll do since these are already dried up. We'll let them cook and then ground it up that way. Who knows? That one you just go forgo altogether. I don't really think it's much of a big of an issue or a thing to do. But yeah, that's part of it. Just gotta mention because it is part of the instructions. Since these things are already dried and pretty tiny, we'll add a few of these to the bin and see how it goes from there. It says cook for 20 seconds. 20 seconds and 20 seconds only. Mistakes are being made. Of course it's not going to heat up. You gotta turn it up on high. And then when this thing does its thing and grind up, you'll add 2 tablespoons of your grapeseed oil to it. In which, might as well grab it back out. Grab a grapeseed oil back out. Because, yeah, we don't have any other fake grapeseed oil back there to use. Unless I use the Wal-Suck cooking spray, which, nah, not going to use that today. There we go, all grounded up. Nothing like little manual labor can do. A little bare handwork will do. Okay, get ready for the sizzle of the century.
Help! My dinner is attacking me!
Whew. Didn't get attacked. Heart skipped a beat there for a second. I thought it was going to attack me again. Lovely. With that done, you want to open up your peanuts. You want to add 2 tablespoons of peanuts to that mix, and you'll still stir continuously. Like this. Now stir it around. Or I guess it's gonna walk. So if you're talented enough, you can just use that method of technique. But no, I'm just a noob, so I'm just gonna spatula it for now. Yeah, it was a two-hand job. I wasn't going to show that one live. Next on deck, you want to mix this thing up and get a teaspoon of the Szechuan sauce. Add that to the pile. Golly, that was hardly anything. Add another quarter cup of soy sauce, like we didn't have enough soy sauce in it. Then add 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Now this one, last but certainly not least, after you add the peppercorn, your crushed peppercorns in, you gotta add 4 teaspoons of cooking oil, of white cooking wine. Lord help me, this thing catches on fire. And it didn't, thank God. Okay, add this to the pile too. There we go, just mix it around from there. Right on cue as my microwave goes off for the rice. Oh yeah, Rockin Riffin Chicken, done. I'd say, minus the flame. Looks pretty good. Do I dare say it's better than what the photo looks like? Very nice. And for the record, I can already feel my lips burning off. Oh dear lord, this thing's gonna be spicy as heck. Nothing quite like what a white bed of rice will do for a dish. Alright, well, if you believe in the power of prayer, say a prayer on my behalf, because this thing looks spicy. If you don't believe in the power of prayer, then, well, tell Nahida to give me wisdom for this, after eating this. Oh, I forgot it's my fork. Dadgummit. Wait, this ain't no fork. This God bless America. Do I know the difference between a fork and a spoon? Okay. Let's hope this thing is not as crazy as it looks. Oh boy. Please do not be as spicy as I think. It's temperature hot. It's not really. It's a really good flavor. Oh, wait a second. Here it comes. Okay, it's gonna be one of those slow burning heats I see. You know what? It's spicy. It's not unbearably spicy, but it's spicy. Let's pop open a little bit of the world's best root beer, the diet variety. It needs a second bite, You get a little bit of everything into it. The chicken turns out good, and it is cooked. Nice and white, I can see right there in the inside. Shoot, I'm losing a piece of it. Oh, there's a piece that's hidden spice. God bless America. Yeah, that's very good. I wouldn't expect anything less. I love Xinyan. I love her as a character. It's just too bad that her kit absolutely sucks trash. But man, I do like her taste. She does have a good signature recipe. Heck. In terms of signature recipes, well, it's better than Sucrose, which makes sense. I like Xinyan more of a character than Sucrose any single day of the week. And this, a lot of flavor. A lot of flavor, and a hint, just enough spice to where you can notice it, bear it, but it's not Asian levels of spice where it's just over the top spicy. And the peppercorns, no peppercorns. My mouth is not paralyzed. It's just a burning spice. But yeah, not too bad for some white dude's level of spice. Maybe a little bit overpotent, but not quite Asian level difficulty. Well done, Xinyan. Well done. For being a Liyue companion. It's really good. I betcha Shanling has been put in this one.
Hello.
This got her fingerprints written all over it. Oh yeah, Rockin Riffin Chicken. Highly recommend. If you don't burn yourself, burn your mouth slightly, but tastes fan-freaking-tastic. Alright, we'll see you whenever we see you for either the hockey content or for cooking episode, whichever comes first. Probably the Komets hockey stuff.